Okay, so that makes me kind of wonder where you began to get the information from that you're using to kind of inform your coaching.
Um, yeah, again, I haven't done sort of the usual path of doing all the certificates and doing all the coaching levels and what have you. I did my level one with England Hockey for reasons of insurance more than anything. Did my level two, and then I stopped there. I'd love to do level three and push on, but I've never been one to do a lot on theory. I like to read a lot. I like to play on information. I've got a good solid background in physiology because of my degree and my PhD. That's kind of helped understanding the science behind things, and I do a lot of science-based work, albeit not necessarily physiology, but science-based work to evaluate what things or what areas of the game I'm looking to improve, where the game goes. So I like to, in my head, everything's black or white. You know what I mean? I do something for a reason, not just for a gut feeling. So I do a lot of stats and I work on a lot on things like that. Um, but but for me, I was asked to coach Surbiton Hockey Club, the men's ones. After I've done a few years of just very basic coaching here and there, like one on one. So my first experience of coaching was coaching the team that I was already playing for, um, and that was good and bad. If I look at it now, I hadn't got a clue of how to coach properly, how to manage. I mean, at the time we had six or seven Great Britain players, all of which were my friends, all of which were playing with me. They always saw me as one of the stalwarts of the club because I've been playing there for the best part of 12 years, but also one of the jokers in the changing room, one of the ones who would do all the pranks and then go from there to coaching. I mean, I think the club made probably a very unwise decision to pick someone so young, and I made a very unwise decision to say yes. But looking at it now, it was the best thing I ever did, um, because it meant that you just put your neck on the block, and you roll your sleeves and you work and you learn as it goes and you make your own mistakes, um, and it was probably the best learning curve that I would ever have. And this is one thing I would say to a lot of young coaches that I see now that I know that I converse with. Some of them who are very active on Twitter, very active on podcasts, very active, but with little coaching experience in terms of the real world. And I would say my advice would be do less of the certificates and less of the theory and less of the going and getting a course on this and a course on that, and just roll your sleeves and grab hold of a team and go and have a go, because there are things there that the real world will teach you that you can't learn in a classroom. You can't learn it by doing a course. Courses are good, and but you have to just get out there and trust your instincts and put your theories on the line. Not just hide behind oh, this is how we do this and tweet it and what have you. So I would say that was a really really good learning curve for me, um, and I've developed from that basis of perhaps doing more things wrong than right, while I was there. Um, Perhaps I'm being a bit harsh on myself. I don't think I got everything wrong, but it was tough because of the fact that a lot of those players were very good friends of mine. It was difficult to sort of add things, but I did learn a lot, and I think that's where the majority of my learning came from. Those young years.
So, what did you learn?
For crikey, predominantly how to deal with people, how to manage people, um, and how to get the best out of them. I think that really, or rather, at times, what not to do and what to say. And I think I was far more worried about the game then, making them all know how much I know about the game or how I knew about the game. I was very driven to this is how we do it. This is how we're going to play. This is the tactics for this. Well, actually, in real life, that doesn't count for much. Tactics are tactics. formation's a formation. It's more about the principles and the philosophy. And to be fair, the players, and this is the quote from a book I read a while back and it stayed in my head for forever, really, because it underpins everything that I do. The players don't care what you know. What they care, they only start caring about that when they know how much you care about them. So the most important thing is investing time in trying to better them as people and as players. Once you do that and you put yourself second. So I would say when I was coaching Zoe at the very beginning, it was about me, and I wanted to drive the team, and it was, my face on my name on the tin, and I wanted to everyone to know how good I was. And actually, if you put yourself second and put them first, and worry about that, it's far easier to manage them all, because they know you're coming from the right place, and they know that you're invested in their development, and then things become far easier. So yeah, a lot of little things like that. I would say I learned the hard way, but I now I wouldn't have changed it for anything, So yeah, it's quite an interesting time in my life.